Graph 3x minus 2y equals 2. This equation is in standard form. To graph it, we first need to write it in slope-intercept form. Let's rewrite the equation. 3x minus 2y equals 2. To write this equation in slope-intercept form, we need to get the variable y by itself. So first subtract 3x from each side. 3x minus 2y is negative 2y. 2 and minus 3x are unlike terms, so they cannot be combined. We have negative 3x plus 2 on the right. Now we need to divide each side by negative 2 to get y by itself. Don't forget to divide each term on the right by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1 times y, which is the same as y. Negative 3x divided by negative 2 is 3/2 x. And 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. This equation is almost in slope-intercept form. We need to have a plus sign in front of the y-intercept. Remember that minus 1 is the same as plus negative 1. So we can rewrite the equation to be y equals 3/2 x plus negative 1. Now that the equation is in slope-intercept form, we can identify the slope and y-intercept. The slope is 3/2. And the y-intercept is negative 1. Because we know that the y-intercept is negative 1, we can plot a point at 0, negative 1. Now let's use the slope to identify the rise and the run. Remember, slope equals the rise over the run. The slope is the fraction 3/2, so the numerator 3 is the rise, and the denominator 2 is the run. We can use the rise and the run to plot a point that is 2 units right and 3 units up from 0, negative 1. Finally, we need to draw a line through the 2 points. This is the graph of 3x minus 2y equals 2. Graph 5x minus y equals negative 5 using intercepts. To graph this equation using intercepts, we first need to find the x and y intercepts. To find the x-intercept, substitute 0 for y. We have the equation 5x minus y equals negative 5. When we substitute 0 for y, we get 5x minus 0 equals negative 5. 5x minus 0 is 5x. To get the variable x by itself, we need to divide each side by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1 times x, which is x. And negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1. So the x-intercept is negative 1. Now we need to find the y-intercept. To do this, substitute 0 for x. We have the equation 5 times x minus y equals negative 5. When we substitute 0 for x, we get 5 times 0 minus y equals negative 5. 5 times 0 is 0. So on the left, we have negative y. Remember, negative y means negative 1 times y. So, we need to divide each side by negative 1 to get the variable y by itself. Negative 1 divided by negative 1 is 1 times y, which is y. And negative 5 divided by negative 1 is 5. So, the y-intercept is 5. Now we are ready to graph the equation. Because we know that the x-intercept is negative 1, we can plot a point at negative 1, 0. And because we know the y-intercept is 5, we can plot a point at 0, 5. Finally, draw a line through the points. This is the graph of 5x minus y equals negative 5. You have $2.40 to spend on grapes and bananas. Graph the equation 1 2/10 times x plus 6/10 times y equals 2 4/10, where x is the number of pounds of grapes and y is the number of pounds of bananas. Before we can graph the equation, we need to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Let's find the x-intercept first. Remember, to find the x-intercept, substitute 0 for y. We have the equation 1 2/10 times x plus 6/10 times y equals 2 4/10. When we substitute 0 for y, we get 1 2/10 times x plus 6/10 times 0 equals 2 4/10. 1 2/10 x plus 6/10 times 0 is 1 2/10 x. Now we need to divide each side by 1 2/10 to get the variable x by itself. 1 2/10 divided by 1 2/10 is 1 times x, which is x. And 2 4/10 divided by 1 2/10 is 2. So the x-intercept is 2. Now let's find the y-intercept. Remember, to find the y-intercept, substitute 0 for x. We have the equation 1 2/10 times x plus 6/10 times y equals 2 4/10. When we substitute 0 for x, we get 1 2/10 times 0 plus 6/10 times y equals 2 4/10. 1 2/10 times 0 plus 6/10 y is 6/10 y. Divide each side by 6/10 to get the variable y by itself. 6/10 divided by 6/10 is 1 times y, which is y. And 2 4/10 divided by 6/10 is 4. So the y-intercept is 4. Now we are ready to graph the equation. First we need to label the axes. We have the x-axis and the y-axis. Label the axes in increments of 1, because the x-intercept is 2 and the y-intercept is 4. Because the x-intercept is 2, plot 2, 0 on the graph. And because the y-intercept is 4, plot 0, 4 on the graph. Draw a line through the points. This is the graph of the equation 1 2/10 x plus 6/10 y equals 2 4/10. Interpret the intercepts. The x-intercept, 2, means that you can buy 2 pounds of grapes if you don't buy any bananas. And the y-intercept, 4, means that you can buy 4 pounds of bananas if you don't buy any grapes.